Hi Scorpio, Marcel and I are here to do your reading for December 2019. My apologies for things being a bit late. I've had a lot on my plate, so let's get into it. Come on, Bougie. Bouge, let's go. Come on, bud. Show me energies present for the sign of Scorpio. And also, you guys, I think the last reading that I did for you was probably one of the most viewed and most resonated liked video that I've done as of yet. It had over 200 and something comments. It could be more at this point. But what I'm noticing is that there seems to be a consistent level of, I don't know what's going on, but whatever's going on is very consistent with you guys. And, you know, a lot of people are joking about, well, you know, Scorpio's always dating the same person. Like every Scorpio must be dating the same person. Clearly not, but I don't know what's going on with you. So let's go and get into your reading. I hope whatever advice I can help you with is helpful and offer is helpful, but we'll see. Please show me energy for Scorpio. First card out, you have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Cups in reverse. So you know all of these cards are upright. They come out in reverse if they need to. Two of Cups. The Emperor. The Hierophant in reverse. King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So, Scorpio, what I'm feeling here overall, just to even start out this reading, is a sense of understanding where is your sense of understanding within your situation. I feel that this is a relationship situation. Most of your readings have been that, and they've been very tumultuous. With the Emperor and the King of Cups upright, I definitely feel that this is more so of a situation where you're starting to tend to yourself. You're starting to make better sense of things for yourself and actually step into, I guess, a different role within how you experience your life from this point forward, you know, which is really wonderful. And I think it's kind of one of those tough love things, but with yourself, like talking to yourself, like just showing yourself tough love. That's not bad. A lot of people have a difficult time doing that. And if it's going to be anybody, it should be you guys, just because you can break things down very easily. But it's almost as if you have to be broken down by them before you can break them down. I hope that makes sense. I feel here with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse and the Four of Pentacles in reverse, you're finally letting go of something that really wasn't giving back to you. A person, a situation, a job, whatever it may be. This is an energy where we're releasing what doesn't work for us. It's like, you know, I've put in so much time. I've put in so much thought. You also have a fair amount of emotion cards here with the Queen of Cups in reverse, the King of Cups, the Two of Cups. There's an energy where it's like we're not seeing eye to eye with a partner. We don't want to be in the situation here with this person. It's not healthy. These two cards are just basically saying, and before I even get into this reading, I don't know if I mentioned it already, but when I was shuffling and before getting into anything, I kept feeling the word conserve or conservation. Conserve, it's like conserving something. I don't know what that's about. But what I'm seeing here is conserving your energy, conserving the effort and attention that you give to things that have proven to be non-reciprocal, non-responsive. You know, it's finally letting go of something that you've been holding on to with like white knuckling it, okay? With the Queen of Cups in reverse, this is basically an energy where we can be very manipulative, where we can be drowning in our sorrows, drowning in our emotions, trying to fill voids within us because we don't want to look at the truth. And so we just rather mask situations and, you know, not deal with what is at hand. But you are going to be dealing with these things, and it's in your own time, it's in your own progression. You can't force these things. I think one thing that seems to sting here is that there's like, you have a couple, the Queen of Cups, the King of Cups. I feel at one point, even if they aren't water signs that you're dealing with, at one point there was a fair amount of connection here, okay? This is just, it's like almost regurgitated story at this point. And I hope that's not the case, but there's a lot here going on where I feel that it's almost as if you kind of have to experience multiple levels of this shifting and dying off for you to accept that it might not be for you. You know, we like to hold on to things, we like to put all the effort in, sometimes to our own detriment, but sometimes that's not healthy in the long run, okay? Hey, Marcel, I need you to go lay in your bed, you know, the one that I made up for you. So, especially with the Two of Cups here, I feel that there's an acknowledgement of the feelings. Okay, so where patience comes through really heavily, that actually came through before feelings. And I'm like, why would I say patience? But it's patience. There's a level of patience that's being, I don't know, it's almost as if like, how do I say that? Jesus Christ, please, please, please. I don't like that when it comes through and then it like vanishes. I hate that. Patience in regard to the situation that you've given it, but from what I'm feeling here, it's almost as if like an acknowledgement that we now have to have patience within ourselves. And I think that that might be a little bit of a frustrating notion to do, because it starts to hit on a lot of different levels here, Scorpio. I feel like some of you are angry in regard to how you may have gone through this situation. For those of you who feel like you have been run through the ringer and, you know, just dragged through the mud, and you've waited patiently and given of yourself unendingly, you know, I want to say, as painful and as frustrating as that may be, where are you giving that back to yourself? I know that sounds super cliche, but where are you giving that back to yourself? Where are you putting your energy back into you? Again, this communication of conserving energy, conserving whatever it is, is coming through. And so with the Two of Cups, I feel that you're never going to forget what you've been through, but it's going to help you in the future in regard to where you're going. It's going to help you understand the things that you found out about yourself. You know, I think we spend so much time focusing our energy on the other person. They're not matching up to what I want them to be. They're not doing this and that, you know, they're completely blindsiding me and it's just not turning out the way that I had thought or hoped it would. But that is life. And if that's the case, where can you start to draw yourself back from the situation? Where can you start to make sense of what you want out of this? You know, you're not subject to somebody, okay? If they can't handle communication, if they can't handle reciprocal connection, if they can't handle the truth, if they can't bring these things, if they can't essentially show up and be a partner or a party to this situation, or at least honor what's gone on here, you're essentially dealing with somebody who is showing you their hand of cards. There's not much secrecy there, which is kind of good. It may suck, but at least you're getting to know this type of person and what they're willing to do and how they're willing to remove themselves and not be present and not I don't know. There's that conserve energy again. So I'm going to let that be. With the Emperor here upright and the Hierophant in reverse, I feel that you're doing things your own way. I feel that you're choosing to go about things in a very different way. Okay, so the way I'm feeling is like a neutral way. You're kind of starting to peel yourself up from this. Like you're going to peel yourself away from this situation where, I don't know, it's like the layers aren't as thick. You're not as enmeshed with something. and you're going to start to do things on your own. And I think that that comes from, there's a crucial part here, Scorpio, in regard to love, but love of yourself. Okay, there's a crucial part in regard to how you manage your own expectations of what you get into, how you manage your own feelings, and how we can catch ourselves when we find ourselves like cycling and running through all of these like feelings where it becomes overcoming. And this goes for cross watchers as well, okay? So I know a lot of people are involved with a lot of people. So cross watchers and sun sign, moon signs, whatever, you know, Scorpio, wherever you're at in their chart or wherever that's in your chart, this reading is for you. If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Yeah, so this Emperor, he's about sure taking action, but also maintaining situations. And I feel here after this, because this is the energy where it's coming from the past into the present or the future, you are at the bottom of the deck. You are the one that basically, Marcel, get in your bed. Seriously, go. You are the one that basically creates in your life. So what is it that you're going for? What is, I want to talk about big dreams, big goals, okay? So the big things in your life, because I feel you're going to need a substantial deterrent. You're going to need a substantial distraction, but a healthy distraction. Here, if this was your energy in the past regarding this love situation, this is about drinking too much, overeating, sometimes soothing ourselves with sex or emotions, or, you know, it's all running rampant here. Here, you're upright, you know, and so the energy is going to be needing to be funneled towards something that you feel passionate about, that you feel that it has integrity, that it's something that you are going to be giving yourself to quite a bit. Now I'm coming up with feelings about like job situations, entrepreneurial pursuits. Some of you, I keep getting like cooking, or I don't know what this is. This is not for everybody, but like canning and stuff like that. I don't know if you sell jam, jelly, I don't know what it is, but there's some sort of like, I guess what the feeling that I'm feeling is, it's pouring yourself into something. It's having an outlet to release whatever this is or has been, and it's productive because you're producing something that is actually worthwhile. You're producing something that other people want, okay? So there's that aspect of it, but I think it's where it's going to be a bit different because it's going to be yours. It's going to be something that you need to cultivate and bring upon or bring life into that is entirely your own. Some of the other readings, I can't remember which ones, but especially in the past like 2 or 3 months, there's been this considerable thread energy within the readings where I have like brought up, what's it called? Art therapy. Art therapy. And while I'm not, I mean, sure, art therapy is great, but like, there's something about this situation that I feel that you're going to start to put your energy into that's going to be therapeutic. And the reason I say art therapy here is because you're breathing life into something. There's some sort of creation aspect where you are making things your own, and they serve more than just you. They serve other people. They're enjoyed by other people. It brings benefit to other people. And I think when you've come from a low space like that, to bring positivity, even if it wasn't brought to you, and it doesn't have to be in the same regard, but to bring positivity, to bring quality, to give your energy to things, I think that's going to help you heal and speed up the process, okay? Yeah, so it's about conservation of your energies, funneling and, you know, focusing what you want to put your energy towards, creation here, understanding that the past is basically a stepping stone for you to become a very, very involved in a very, very, okay, so I heard lucrative, but for some of you, that's the case. For some of you, this is going to be like a side project or a very, very passionate hobby, something that is just going to put your energy that's been here now towards here, okay? And I think it's coming to grips with, that's kind of harsh, okay? I just trust what I'm hearing, okay? And so I said it's coming to grips with, and it said being alone. being left alone, kind of that energy. Doesn't mean you're alone now. And if you're in a happy relationship with somebody, this reading may not be for you, but there may be some shred of whatever, information in here that might be helpful. So who knows? But I feel that it's going to turn you towards yourself in a different way that you may have not been doing. It's like we wallow and we can be very stuck in a feeling for a long time. But sometimes we need to let those things go. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck, Nine of Pentacles. So I look at this card as a really beautiful card. A lot of people don't like it because they're like, oh no, I don't want to be single. Oh God, no. Well, it doesn't just mean being single. It can talk about doing things on your own. It can talk about amassing qualitative experiences in your life that feed you in different ways that nobody else can, because you're the one that did it. You're the one that brought that to your life. The Nine of Pentacles talks about amassing finance. It talks about feeling comfortable within yourself after you've poured yourself into something quite considerably. The Eight of Pentacles is the card that comes before this. When I'm talking about putting your energy, funneling your energy into something, it hits on that Eight of Pentacles, because now we're at the Nine of Pentacles. Next is the Ten of Pentacles. So this is just an increased abundance. I want you to understand that sometimes this does not just mean financial abundance. It can also mean stability within yourself, a sense of increasing accomplishment within yourself, whether that be, oh my God, I'm not stuck on this situation and heartbroken and pouring my energy into it and like dying and sobbing into a bottle of wine every night. Now it's, I'm putting my money towards here because I know that this particular thing is going to be a very, very helpful asset into what I'm trying to do next. Okay. So it's kind of like rearranging your priorities towards something that you're going to want to put your energy towards. And I think you're going to need to be very solid on that once you choose it, because it's going to start to build momentum and it's a positive momentum. And you did it. So I don't know what these cards are. They all fell out like this. So we will go ahead and see. So for the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, you have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So this is where maybe we have been holding on to all of this energy. The Nine of Swords is releasing it. It's two cards of releasing things that we've definitely poured our energy into. We've had it in our minds constantly. And now it's like, you know what I've been so stuck on for so long, I'm releasing it. I'm turning it around. I'm letting it go. I'm not going to put my energy towards something that isn't giving back to me. It's not reciprocal. I'm also not going to be stuck in my head fixating on somebody or some situation where I'm not being met at all. It's just me putting in the energy. If you're in a situation where you have zero communication, zero contact, zero energy from somebody, and you're putting your energy in, it's almost as if you're like working double and triple time. If you have somebody a while ago was upset about me because I don't subscribe to the twin flame movement or the twin flame experience. And while I think I'll probably make a video just about twin flame stuff, because I have my own particular beliefs, but here are some. If somebody doesn't want to be in your life, they won't be. If they do, they will. I don't want to subscribe to a fairy tale. I'm sorry, how many twin flames are together? I saw some videos where people are together with their twin flames, and then I checked them 2 years later and their twin flame is nowhere to be found, and they're like, oh no, the chaser dynamic, the runner dynamic. No, boo, it's just time to move on. Anyways, the Three of Swords in reverse, excellent. So this whole situation, I feel that this is kind of like a block of energy here with these four cards. It's releasing what is tired. It's tried and true because you've done it so many times, and that doesn't mean it's tried and true because it's good. It's tried, it's painful, and it's true. It's fucking done, and you need to let it go for whomever this is for. Yeah, you don't want it in your mind anymore. You don't want it in your physical life anymore. There's other things to put your energy towards here, Scorpio. And I feel that there's this connection between you and this person, which is, it's frustrating. And this kind of tails back into that twin flame comment that I just made. we're all soulmates. We are all, you know, connected to each other, especially when we connect. And so, you know, we have these etheric cords, these energetic cords that connect to us to each other, especially if we cycled with this family member, this soul family member, time and time again. You know, it's like, oh, we're coming back again. So you want to do this role? Okay, you'll be the mom, I'll be the dad, or I'll be the woman, you'll be the man, or I'll be whatever. And, you know, it's like this agreement that we come upon, because basically what's going to happen is that the meeting of these two soul energies, call them twin flame, call them soulmates, call them karmics, whatever you want, it's soulmate energy. It's an agreement to basically create the shift. The one of the ways that we grow in regard to our soul and the evolution of the spirit and soul and the lessons are basically where we get broken down, you know. So situations that break us down are often the best ones. They're painful as hell, but they get the job done if we actually accept the lessons. If we do the work to accept the lessons, life changes considerably. It's the people who want to hold on to the pain, hold on to the victimhood, hold on to being disregarded, and they don't love me, yet they're my twin flame, and I'm gonna wait 13 years. The person that commented was waiting 13 years and they hadn't heard from them. I'm like, you know what? Let that be the indication. 13 years of spending your time and energy put into this one thing. Let's move it aside and put that energy into something else, which feels like this is where that is going, especially with this 9 of Pentacles in the bottom. And if that person is listening, I can't remember your name, and I don't say this to be a jerk to you. I'm not mocking you in this reading at all, but I'm saying if you're waiting for somebody for 13 years with no connection, no communication, that's on you. It's on you, you know? If they're not willing to communicate or show any type of effort or acknowledgement of you, that's on you. Queen of Cups in reverse. We have the Magician in reverse. So this is going two ways, okay? So the Queen of Cups in reverse, male or female, this is a very manipulative card. When we have the Magician in reverse, an incredibly manipulative card. So this is somebody that has agendas. They manipulate through emotion. They watch you and kind of see where you're hurting most, and that's where they pounce. It's kind of a really seductive, sensual deception. That's what I feel. It's a sensual and seductive deception. And that's maybe what has happened here. The Magician in the reverse, it's also indicating that this energy is something that this person needs to deal with. This is a major arcana, and the Queen of Cups in reverse is crowning this energy. This is something that this person has to go through, and you had to go through this energy with them, you know? This is something for you to learn, and it's something for them to learn. Just because they're not in it with you now does not mean that they're not learning anything from the experience or the aftermath of the experience. They may not be learning the same lesson that you are, but they're learning lessons nonetheless. Not everybody's going to grow at the same pace. Not everybody's going to understand the same things. Not everybody's going to be hurt in the same ways. You know, we were raised differently. We have different values. We have different understandings of relationships and love. We have different understandings of ourselves and what we're worth and we're valued at. Like, nobody's going to be the same. It's nice when two people are at least compatible and they know what they're resonant with each other. But sometimes when we connect with people, it's literally for this type of healing. It's to break our hearts open, which is really healthy, actually. Just don't dwell on it. Try and see the light. For the Two of Cups, you have the Three of Pentacles. And so this is where I feel the connection is frustrating at this point in the game, because the Three of Pentacles communicates an energy where we are wanting to connect. We're seeing and recognizing this connection. A lot of people are going to say, that's because it's my twin flame. Sure, you can have a twin flame if you want them, and I'm not going to say that they're not real or real. I'm not going to discuss that, because information is there for people to process things, okay? So we all process things in our own way. If that particular term is helpful for you and that feels resonant in your life, I am not going to say that's not right, that's not real, it doesn't exist, because for you it does exist, okay? For you it is a stepping stone in understanding this process, and at some point you'll understand it in a different way. It may not be with information from me, but it feels like there's an energy here where you're going to be understanding things and your perception's going to be shifting on a lot of things. So experience it as you do. There's nothing wrong with that. What I feel here, though, back to that cord connection, King of Cups, Queen of Cups in reverse, the Three of Pentacles, and crowned by the Two of Cups. This is that energy where it's like we're pulled towards each other. Even after traumatic process, even after problematic situations, the cord is still there. We're still connected to each other. And we know that this person isn't necessarily right for us. We know that they have problems. We know that they're conniving, manipulative, whatever it may be. But there's still that cord. And it's here with this Three of Pentacles. It's here. You may not voice it out loud, but in your heart or in your thoughts, it's like, God, I wish this were different. I wish this could be different. I wish we could be together, because how wonderful would that be to like build upon the love that we initially had. But I would caution you, if you do have somebody in your life that you're considering going back to or striking up this connection again, because this person is still crowned by the Queen of Cups in reverse and the Magician in reverse. It's not a healthy energy, okay? So moving towards your new positioning in life, moving towards gaining and building and experiencing more, here with the Emperor. This is about kind of like that King of Wands energy. It's taking charge of your life, building your life to the way you want it, but also kind of being hyper-focused on it. And that's where I'm feeling like this Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles energy coming in. It's like you're going to have to dedicate your time and feelings and kind of funnel this energy into what you're moving towards next, okay? So for the Emperor, we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. So she's here twice in reverse. Again, you're going to need to rise above. You're going to basically need to see the situation in a higher regard, and the positioning that you're moving towards, Scorpio, with this Emperor, I want to say this immediately. The Queen of Cups in reverse is not somebody that can match up to this energy, okay? I'm not saying you're this grandiose, amazing being. I'm not saying that you are a narcissistic, self-involved turd. Some people may be that, and I feel it's this energy. This can be a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. It can also just be somebody who's manipulative and works out of lower emotional levels, manipulates things. But the Queen of Cups, she's not the Empress. She's never going to match this energy. Through this, I feel, Scorpio or Crosswatcher, you have risen, you've graduated, you've changed your energy here. This Queen of Cups is dealing with their own stuff. I believe here that she's showing up in reverse twice because they are dealing, she, they, he, whatever, they are dealing with the Magician in reverse. And I almost, how I see this energy, I know the Queen of Cups is here, but I almost see it like where the Magician in reverse is crowning this person. That's what I feel it as. The Magician in reverse is crowning this person. And so, again, these are going to be lessons and levels of understanding and change that this person is going to have to apply within their life. But guess what? They get to figure that out for themselves. It's not about you telling them. It's not about you confessing and, giving more love. It's not about that. It's about them getting the message, them fucking their lives up and the lives of others so many times that they finally get it. And you know what? Sometimes people don't get it, but that doesn't mean you have to stay there. You have all of this energy here supporting you towards this, supporting you towards being authentic and unique in your pursuits. All right, so for the Hierophant in reverse, we have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is essentially being very honest. It can be honesty with the person. It can be honesty within ourselves, cutting ties. It can be a lot of things. Deep contemplation. Usually that card communicates, well, it talks about communication. It talks about harsh and blunt communications, honesty that, I want to get to the bottom of this and I want to be done with it once and for all. And I think that that's important here, Scorpio. The Hierophant in reverse also crowning this. This is an energy for me with whatever you're getting into, and I feel like you're going to need to focus your energy on something in particular, but what it is is cutting through illusion, cutting through, oh, they might not like it because, well, it might not appeal to this person, or this person might not like it and this other person might, or, my family won't accept this, or what if what if my passionate hobby is to make, like, I don't know, okay, fucking weird. What is that? A penis impression. So, like, guys, I had a guy do this one time for me. It was great. He put his dick in a putty form thing erect, and then after that it makes a mold, and then you have this is very very specific, and that was a terrible analogy, and I don't know why that came. I think it was due to the energy of shock, that type of shock value, worried that you might shock your family, shock your friends, shock your neighbors. You guys show different sides of yourself to different people, and that is also very dependent upon how and what you want them to perceive of you. You're not like Pisces, you're not all out there, you're not showing everybody your little underbelly. You guys keep it tight. Okay, and that also comes with respect. And when I say respect, what I'm referring to is how you want to be seen and respected. But some of you are like concerned about, oh, I can't do this because this person's going to think this way of me. You know what? It's about doing what you need to do, and doing the dildo, the penis mold was a terrible analogy, terrible metaphor. I'm very sorry. Erase it from your mind. But, it's about trusting the flow, trusting the experience, and just going with it. Just going with it. If you're putting energy out there, it's going to be reciprocated from the universe. It's going to be positive. If you have the desire to create and make something new within your life, which I'm heavily suggesting here, it doesn't have to be dildos, but, what I'm feeling is that you will be receiving in a very healthy way from that. The Nine of Pentacles with the King of Cups, this basically tells me that you are ready. You're listening to your life and your experiences and your needs with a fair level of compassion. It's honoring your needs, honoring what you need. But I think there's a catalyst type energy here, Scorpio, where you're going to need to start to focus your energy on something entirely different versus what we have here. So let's go ahead and clarify a little bit and see what's up. This is for Scorpio. Please clarify for Scorpio. Show me the Two of Cups and the Three of Pentacles here for Scorpio. Show me the Two of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. So you have the Six of Cups and you have Justice in reverse. Six of Cups in reverse and Justice in reverse. Now, Justice in reverse is essentially an energy where we are having a difficult time getting flow to happen with honesty, with, integrity, those types of situations. People are not stepping up to the plate. People are not offering that. So what happens when that happens? You have to offer it to yourself, Scorpio, right? You can't wait for somebody to do that, especially if they've treated you like this. It's more of an indication that they're lacking on an emotional level. They're lacking in their lives. So they play out these terrible situations with people. They're reckless, whatever they may be, but they're not willing to step up to the plate. The Six of Cups in reverse is that cord. It's that cord connection, okay? This is about romanticizing a situation. It's about people from our past, people that we've experienced and been with. This is also a very heavy soulmate card. You can call it twin flame, soulmate, karmic, whatever you want to do. But the Six of Cups in reverse is an energy where we recognize the bond, but we also turn the bond down. Okay, so some of you know about cord cutting, C-O-R-D cutting. There's cord cutting ceremonies. There's cord cutting, guided meditations online on YouTube. Look up cord cutting if you're truly tired of somebody, and you may have to do the ceremony a couple times. You may have to go through it a couple of times. I actually had a medium help me at one point with a family member that I needed to cut the cord with, and it took a while, and it brought up eons of connective energy with that person. which I know may sound really far-fetched to some people, but I believe that we cycle with energies, we cycle with others time and time and time again through the centuries. I mean, it's not, I'm not scared by that. I don't think that it's a bunch of bullshit. We have existences with people, and that's why we come back with them. But if you're ready to let it go, if you're tired of experiencing it, you can let it go. You know, if you've truly learned the lesson this time around, you can let it go. So if you feel that you're ready, cord cutting might be an opportunity for you to consider, okay? Here at the bottom of the deck, you have the Hangman for these two cards, Justice in reverse and the Six of Cups in reverse. This is an energy where we have basically kind of gone within ourselves, and we are looking at the situation in its entirety. It's watching the process, watching it, you know, and I feel it's like from afar at this point. I don't feel that this is like smack dab fresh in your life. I don't know if that's the case. It might be, but this indicates to me, Scorpio, that you've kind of been through it, or cross watcher, whomever this may be for. You've been through it. You've put your life on hold. You've put your energy towards this time and time again, yet with no reciprocation. And the reciprocation that you have been met with has possibly been something of disregard. It's not really coming up to the plate. It's not being honest. It's just kind of this conniving energy that I'm feeling here with the Queen of Cups in reverse and the Magician in reverse. And you're tired of it. And it's time to let that go, especially with this Three of Swords in reverse. So for the Queen of Cups in reverse, you have the King of Swords here. And here's that Empress energy. Emperor, Empress. So what this is basically telling me is this is being honest within yourself, knowing he's looking out onto all of this. Okay, this King of Swords, he's looking out onto all of this now. It's right in his face. And the card that is between him, Six of Cups in reverse, Justice in reverse. This king is about honesty. He's about being forthright. He's about taking action in regard to basically making things happen, especially in regard to communication. What are you releasing from your life? What do you need to be very almost like hyperlogical about? You know, it feels like we've had a muddled emotional wreck here at some point, Scorpio, and now we're coming up here. Now we're starting to stand within our own stability, within our own abundance, and that's going to be something you create. It's not going to be given to you by somebody. It's going to be what you create. You've got to look head on with how you're romanticizing somebody. You have to look head on with how you're holding on to this energy that you're now letting go of. You have to look very closely. I like how Justice is falling on the Queen of Cups and the Magician in reverse. You have to look at very closely how justice has not been served here. Maybe this person is not somebody that can do that. That happens sometimes, you know. We hold people to these ideals where it's like, well, if they're an adult, they should know that this is wrong and they should automatically know this and this. Some people don't know. Some people don't care, you know. So we have to be honest within ourselves in regard to what we've been shown, what we've experienced with a person, and let it go. Or cultivate it, you know. I don't think that you're going to be cultivating this. I think you're going to be cultivating something very new in your life that you must take initiative with. There's an energy that's very pressing here, and I'm talking about like moving forward in your life, and there needs to be something that you're focusing your energy on. And I'm not just saying that as a band-aid to get you through this. There's going to be some sort of movement here, some sort of shift if you just take this advice and start to actually cultivate whatever desire thing here is. It doesn't have to be a dildo, but I'm going to stop saying that because I think it's like cheapening this reading. I didn't mean to do that, but it's something that you're putting yourself into. And maybe that's like a metaphor here for me too, because like masturbatory magic is one thing that is definitely something that can create a lot. There's energies where we climax and we focus and funnel that particular climatic energy into the thing that we want. You're basically breathing in the spark of life. Not everybody knows about those things. Not everybody believes them, you know, but I do. And it's going to create its own thing, but you have to start to work on that, whatever it may be for you. Some of you are writers, painters, artists. You make jam. I don't know. Some of you are wonderful at whatever you do, or you have this thing within you that you've not done before, And I feel like some of you are like worried that you're going to catch flack for it, but just do it anyway. Nobody else is running your life. Nobody else has say in your life about what you do. You're not killing anybody. Go make some jam. So, okay. Yeah, the Empress here, and this is kind of the energy too. You have the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Emperor, the Empress. I don't think that this is going to be healing the rift between you. It may be. You may have that success in regard to that. I don't feel a lot of you are. What I do feel though, however, Scorpio or Crosswatcher, is that when you step into this energy and you start to create and cultivate, you essentially create abundance. You start to create, you magnetize yourself. So the energy that you're putting out, that very healthy, hearty, creative energy, it's going to start bringing things back to you. The Empress is all about abundance, creative energy, new ventures that are successful. It's about success and positivity. This is a very positive reading, Scorpio, and I don't really have anything negative to say about it, other than I probably shouldn't have talked about dildos, you know, or some dude in England that made me a dildo. It was great. I'm going to go ahead and pull a oracle card for you. Yeah, on the floor. Okay, so first card you have out, letting go, embracing the future, standing firm, embarking on an adventure is at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so letting go of the situation. Okay, I think letting go and standing firm are kind of in the same right. And in this card too, I want to mention that this person is, while they're standing on top of whatever it is that they've achieved and they've set a flag, I think there's also importance here in regarding stand firm from red flags. Be conscious of red flags. It falls on the King of Swords. This is basically an energy where we know what we have to let go of to embrace this future, to move towards here. I step into the future with an open heart. I am noble, brave, and strong. Letting go. I surrender joyously to the ebbing and flowing of life. Embarking on an adventure. I savor the wonders of the world. I think this is you savoring yourself and savoring a new energy within you, you know. It's accepting and appreciating yourself for who you are and what you can contribute to this world and contribute to your creativity and change. And I think it's positive, Scorpio. I don't think that this is a bad reading at all. I think that this is a stepping stone in regard to how you heal from whatever you've gone through, and Crosswatcher as well. So I'm gonna, oh shit. I'm gonna cut this reading here. And I hope it was helpful. If it was, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys soon. All right, take care. Yeah, if you choose to donate, there's a link in the description box below. Take care, Scorpio. Bye-bye.